You should plan to take 2 walks around your woodlands, a perimeter walk and an interior walk. The perimeter walk will help you become familiar with your property boundaries. Are your boundaries clearly marked with a fence, paint marks on trees, signs, posts, or other visible means? Do you know of any boundary line disputes with a neighbor? Definite boundary lines are essential when developing management plans and working your land. If boundaries are not clearly identifiable, or you and your neighbor do not agree on where the line is, you may need to have your land surveyed. Remember, do not attempt to use a GPS unit to establish boundary lines. It will not hold up in a court of law. Once you have walked the perimeter and feel confident of no disputes, you can proceed with your interior walk. This walk is where you get a feel for the lay of your land. Where are the good trees? Where the trees might be dying? Potential wildlife habitats, and so on. This is your first recon. More detailed inventories can and will follow, so don't worry about recording every detail. Enjoy yourself. The only recommendation might be to make it a serpentine traverse through the woods. Perhaps as you complete the last leg of your perimeter walk, move 200 feet down the front perimeter line and walk back through the property. Then, when you reach the back perimeter line, move down another 200 feet and walk towards the front line. Keep doing this until you reach the other edge of your land. As you walk, take notes or draw right on your topographic map or aerial photo. List relevant information such as property boundary conditions, forest boundaries, where are the good trees, where are the poor trees, other land uses such as crop fields and pastures, roads and trails, utility lines, pipelines, or other rights-of-way, buildings, ponds and streams, unusual natural, historical, or archaeological resources. Gather facts concerning previous land use or management activities that could have influenced the development of your woodland. Such activities might include livestock grazing, agricultural cropping, timber harvesting, tree planting, fires, and pest outbreaks. Foresters use these events and their timing to analyze the development of existing woodlands and to predict the results of future management practices. During your walk, think about organizing your woodland into distinct management units called stands. Each stand will be unique in that they will require specific practices based upon site characteristics, tree species present, and the age of the trees. Usually, stand boundaries will correspond to natural or constructed features such as streams, slope and aspect changes, ridges, roads, or fields. There are 3 reasons for delineating stands. First, some stands require specific management activities. Each stand is managed to meet the requirements of both the site and your objectives. For example, a stand of young hardwoods would be managed differently than a stand of mature pines. Second, some stands have greater potential than others. Labor and capital should be concentrated on those stands that will yield the greatest return, be it improved wildlife habitat or high-quality timber. Third, dividing the woodlot into stands makes it easier to keep financial and work progress records. It will also allow you to set up a reasonable work schedule and set realistic goals. Stands can be as small as 2 acres to as large as 40, depending upon the site and tree characteristics. Because past management practices may have influenced the condition of the trees presently on the site, dividing along topographic features is usually recommended. Trees found on the same soil, slope and aspect should grow similarly and react to management practices about the same. Don't worry about making mistakes. Your forester or an experienced forest landowner can help you identify these stands.